Hey, the video just cut out, and it's literally just cut out, and I don't know how to put the two videos together, so I'm going to have to put this YouTube video on YouTube after the first one. I've tried to make myself more comfortable with like a quilt and everything here. But yeah, honestly, I'm doing well, guys. I'm doing well. I'm actually doing well. Just glad to be out of hospital. Because of the angle, this is actually wider than it looks. These curtains, they're actually nice, but it's actually wide. It's just the angle of the photo. Anyway, yeah, so I video cut out. So this is the video, go back again. So what was I talking about? Yeah, Betfred with non-run and no bet on Cheltenham, and it was the 4 big races. I'm sure that it was just those 4. They weren't non-run and no bet on all of them. It was just them 4. I'm gonna have another cigarette. Calm down. I wouldn't normally have this many cigarettes, just because I didn't really want to do a video. I didn't really want to do a video, to be honest with you. Not even for any bad reasons, just because I've just come out. I'd rather just chill, watch TV and that. And also, to a lot of these horses, it's marginal at the best of times, guys. It's marginal at the best of times on the show. It's like marginal at the best of times, and that's a fact. So, because that's what we've got, guys. This is remember what we got tomorrow. We got Miss Mayford, and we got Busy Being Busy. Yeah, so they were no. So, but I was just lumping on loads of them, guys. I was just lumping on loads of them for the non-run and no bet. So what you do, guys, you back horses that you don't think this. I mean, I don't know if any firms are. I don't know if any firms are non-run and no bet now. The game's changed since 10 years ago. Was it 10 years? Yeah, it is 10 years ago. Well, it's more than 10 years ago now. But the game's changed, guys. So I don't even know of any. And also, I've stopped looking, guys. If you might, 10 years ago, I'd have been on the ball of every firm because I had so many different accounts. I had my mum's, my nan's, my sister's account. When she turned 18, I got her account because she wasn't 18 in 2014. But when she turned 18, I got her account as well. I had my brother's account. I had my brother's mum's account because he's my half brother. But yeah, I thought I consider him my full brother. I would never say half brother, but what I'm just saying that because he has a different mum. I had everyone's accounts and I was doing everyone's different firms. Guys, before I went to hospital now, that I was, as an adult, I was sweet as a nut, mate. I was grinding the accounts out. You didn't have nearly as much regulation as you have nowadays, because nowadays it's just absolute regulation. And yeah. So yeah, so 2014, yeah, anyway, so Lord Windermere wasn't one of the anti-post ones. I remember that because it was a Betfred. There was two in Maidenhead at the time. There's 2 Betfreds. One in the town centre and one just over the river. Was it even? Yeah, just over the river a little. You know, there's one in the town centre, wasn't there? On the main street near the big bank. And because it was non-run and no bet. Yeah, so guys, if you see a non-run and no bet, basically, oh yeah, this is actually a good tip, to be fair, guys. This is actually a bit of knowledge. This is actually a gem. This is actually a gem among the rubbish of the channel. Like, so these channels are just 99% rubbish, and then Connor's going to come out with a gem there. But guys, if it goes non-run and no bet, back the horses that are very unlikely to run. But if they do run, they're going to be way shorter than the current odds. And that's what T for 3 was. T for 3 was 100 to 1 with Betfred. And there was no way T for 3 was 100 to 1 if it ran. No way. And I can't remember what it went off, 25s or something like that, 28s, 33s. Yeah. I wouldn't normally smoke this many cigarettes, guys. Let me just clarify that. I wouldn't normally. It's just because I didn't want to do a video. Well, it's not that I didn't want to do a video. It's not that I didn't want to do a video. It's just if you said gun to head, what would you rather do? Get your video or get your Caribbean ordered? And I didn't want to get the Caribbean ordered first, eat the Caribbean, and then do a video all sluggish. I needed to get the tips out. I've already pushed the thing back too late because I've been just chilling, guys. I woke up late. I had a later night last night watching things on the TV. It's Christmas. It's Christmas, guys. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, guys. Merry Christmas. I've had a good year. I've had a good Christmas. If you ask me, Connor, if you had a good Christmas, I'd say, yeah, I've had a good Christmas. And these are these say I used 2 cigarettes on these videos, but before that I didn't have a cigarette. Well, I did because I had one in preparation for the video, but then before that I didn't have one for about 2 hours. They'll put that on my gravestone. Connor 500, mental, but you're a good bloke, loved his daughter, but he also loves cigarettes a bit too much. So yeah, so go T for 3, 100 to 1. I was back in T for 3, 100 to 1 over and over. I'd say about 200 on it, 100 to 1. It would have been a massive return T for free. And I couldn't hedge all that off because I was laying things off in 2014. But 2014 Gold Cup, I was laying things off still. I was still hedging everything off because you didn't want to take the big risk, did you? You just hedge it off on Betfair. You just don't want to take the big risk. You not with that money. If I'd have took the risk on all of the gambles all of the bets I was doing in 2014, I could have been blown out of the water at any point. I could have lost a lot. With the stakes and the offers and the bonuses and everything that was going on at that point, guys, 2014 Cheltenham, I had money falling out of my ears on places on different bets. There were so many different firms, so many different accounts. Like I said, I had Blackberries. Was it Black? I don't even know if I think the Blackberries might have even changed by the 2014 Gold Cup. I know I had Blackberries for 2013. But I had 6 Blackberries in my pocket. There was loads of bets. There was bets coming out of your ears. You had William Hill money back second. You had Paddy Power second and third. You had Ladbrokes doing all these. You had money. You had offers falling out of your ears. I had to lay things off, guys. I had to lay things off. And that's all I really wanted to say, really. But the Cheltenham Andy Post, like, yeah, I've already said it, haven't I? I don't want to keep saying the same thing again. If you're getting non-run and no bet way before the race, look for things that are too big a price. And people will say to you, but that's never going to run. T for 3 was unlikely to run. T for 3 must have been unlikely to run the 2014 Gold Cup. T for 3 must have been unlikely to run in the 2014 Gold Cup because it wouldn't have been 100 to 1 gone down to 33s. So I don't know anything about horse racing, and anyone who watches this channel, any serious horseman, if you're a horseman watching this channel, it's very clear that Connor knows nothing about actual horses. I'm not a horseman, am I? I'm just some guy from Slough who just spent his life in the bookies. I'm not a horseman, am I? Do you know what I mean? But T for 3 must have been unlikely to run in that Gold Cup. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to say basically. Yeah, the anti-post, that was one of them. I've got so many stories, guys. I could talk honestly all night about different stories, but my best mate's Sean at the time, my best mate out at the time, who was my best friend at the time. We haven't spoke for a little while now, but it's one of them ones that will speak. We're not speaking for any reason. He's just busy. He's moved up north. He's doing other things. But what I'm just saying is, sometimes that's like that with your friends. He's off doing his thing, he's doing whatever he's doing, and then I'll just, then one day we'll be like, yo, and it'll be, you know what I mean, guys. This is an unscripted video. This is me just talking. Yeah, remember our tips for Boxing Day, guys. We got mixed Maxfort, and we got busy being busy. And anyone serious will know, think fair play, Connor, because you've left the ones that are massively non-money dependent. You've gone for the 2 solid ones. You've gone for busy being busy, which at this point, of recording, guys, value is at the time. Remember, guys, value is judged on the moment the bet is put on. And this video going out is effectively when the bet is put on. We're solid here. I'm praying that the prices don't change by the upload. I'm praying, but the prices don't change by the upload. I really am. But yeah, that's the thing about the non-run and no bet 2014 Gold Cup. And I was just lumping, guys. It wasn't even that. It was just so many offers. That was the year, sadly, fatally, our Connor. That's one I can remember. Our Connor passed away. That was fatal, which is terrible. We won't talk about that, but that was rest in peace, absolute rest in peace. And that was in the champion hurdle that year. Yeah, but that was just a big Cheltenham of punting, guys. William Hill, the second one I wanted to talk about briefly was William Hill 7 each way in the Supreme every year. They didn't do it in 2014, but they did. William Hill had so many offers in 2014, it was unbelievable. But they didn't have the 7 each way. Remember, guys, I could reel off. If I had someone there sitting with me asking me questions, I could honestly. But it's because I'm on camera, not looking. Remember, guys, you've got to think Connor's not actually talking to anyone here. Connor's just in a room on his own, talking at the wall. So yeah, stay on track, Connor. People already understand your situation. It's fine. Calm down. He's not gonna have another cigarette. No, he's not. He's not gonna have another cigarette. You could do with a cup of tea, to be honest, but if I leave to get a cup of tea, I'll have to do it. I won't do that, I won't. But at this point, I just want a cup of tea now. At this point in the video, I just want to go have a cup of tea, get my Caribbean ordered, start watching more sitcoms, watch a bit more Only Fools and Horses. It's more porridge, actually. I'll probably watch more porridge. Yeah. Like I've just done porridge in a way, because it was 6 weeks or whatever it was in hospital. They should have took my phone straight away. That's the one thing, but it doesn't matter. Let's not talk about that. I'm not going to talk about hospital. Let's move on from hospital. I personally don't want to talk about hospital. I've moved on, mate. that chapter's gone, mate. That's gone a Rooney. I've back in my new flat, doing my flat up, making my flat nice, doing that right up. So yeah, and it's sticking with the channel, and I'm keeping up with the channel. You'll have to bear with me for a week because I've just got out, and I don't want to do a 10 AM video. I do, just at the minute, it's too early. I could get, and if I'd have left these two tips, then you know it would have been too. You know, by the time I woke up tomorrow, I'd have been all groggy, not wanting to do the video much. But yeah, sorry guys. Anyway, let me stay on track. So the Supreme 7 each way William Hill, well, that was absolute great value when they started doing that. What year did they start doing that? 2015. 7 each way. I'm trying to remember the horses. I can't now off the top of my head. That we was back in them years. But you could just back everything, guys. You could back pretty much everything. You left the front end of the market. You left like the favourite there. You would have got value on it, but you may as well just keep backing everything like 8, 9 to 1 up, even probably a bit shorter. You could go, you're actually definitely shorter because you could get higher stakes. You know, but you was backing everything, guys. You was just backing everything. You was just backing everything. In this with William Hill, and it was going, and they did it. The William Hill went. So we've completely finished talking about that anti-post nominate no bet. Yeah, we have. Just because it's hard to structure things. I'm on big medication, guys. I'm an ill man. Let's be fair. Like, I mean, any doctor watching this would think this man is, you know, not ill. He's not ill. I'm not ill. Let's not put that on myself. I'm not an ill man. But like, I'm also. You wouldn't say this is a well man either, would you? You wouldn't say this is an ill man, but you wouldn't say this is a completely well man either. We've already spoke about the non-money, but I'm absolutely fine, guys. I'm chilling. I'm watching TV, getting my Caribbean in. So please, anyone who's thinking, oh no, Connor's not alright, Connor's fine, mate. Connor's cushy. Connor's sweet as a nut, mate. But he just didn't want to do this video because he wanted to get his Caribbean takeaway in instead. So then he had to hype himself up in the video. That's what made him have 2 cigarettes. But anyway, yeah. So we spoke about the non-run and no bet. And now, yeah, I'll just talk about William Hill going 7 each way in the Supreme for them years. What years was that? 2015? It's about 2019 or 2020. I can't even. All I know is they started doing it about 2000, and what value that was. And you would go around. I knew my whole area at the back of my hand. That Reading to Paddington is my line, is my train line, because I know every single stop off that, like the back of my hand. That Reading to Paddington, because that's where I was getting on. Like William Hill with Chelsea was 7 each way for the Supreme, and they did it from like the day before. Not the day, but they did it for like 2 days before, as soon as the declarations came out, and they were 7 each way for the Supreme. So I was just going, I know, guys, I know way more than my actual trade. I know way more than the Paddington to Reading, the Paddington train line. I know Central London off the back of my hand, honestly. Zone 2, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say I know. I do, but not the same way I know Zone 1. Not the same way I know Zone 1. But what was I coming by saying? Yeah, that Reading to Paddington though, that is what I definitely know the back of my hand, because that's where I was from. I was from Slough. So logically, think, if Connor wants to go get money on for the day, does he want to travel 2 hours to somewhere, or does he want to travel half an hour? So that left me with what? Bam, Hayes, Reading, well, Ealing Broadway. That's what it left me with, because I wanted to travel the half an hour rather than the 2 hours. So back when William Hill, so every single, basically what I'm saying is every single offer, I always started off there. I always started off Hayes, always started off Ealing Broadway. Reading I wouldn't always go to because it's on the other side of the line. If I started at Slough, I would go to Hayes, then would go to Ealing Broadway, and Southall, is it Southall as well? I know Southall quite well as well, but the Hayes was better for the betting than Southall. I know what it is. I don't know why I'm getting confused. It's Southall. It's Southall. Yes, I'm getting confused with the racetrack. Then yeah, it's Southall. Sorry, I'm getting confused with the racetrack because it's Southall. Or I'm getting confused with yeah. But I know that, honestly. I know that line at the back of my hand. And when it was 7 each way for the Supreme, I was just going. You had Hayes, 3 William Hills in Hayes. You had we come out of the train station in Hayes. You got the William Hill right there. Then you'd have one a little bit further. No, or was it 3? No, yeah, it was 3. Yeah, but it was 2 Ladbrokes and 3 Hills. But Hayes was a great stop because William Hill was. Then you had what was West Drayton. We have 2 William Hills in West Drayton, yeah, right next to each other. You had 2 William Hills right. They'll be long gone by now, guys. We're talking over 5 years ago now. So these shops are going to be long gone. But you had the 2 William Hills next to each other in West Drayton. So what I would do is I'd get on at Slough. You had Langley, you'd ignore Langley because Langley only. Okay, what's it? Yeah, this is a rambling video. So I get on the train line at Slough. We're ignoring the Reading half of the journey here because we're going to London in this story. So you wouldn't do Maidenhead. You'd have Maidenhead, but you wouldn't bother going Maidenhead if you was getting on work. If you was getting on at Slough, if you was getting on at Slough and going to Paddington, onwards round the tube, then you wouldn't bother. You wouldn't go Maidenhead because you'd be going back on yourself. So you get on at Slough. You get Langley, which you'd ignore unless you really wanted to go to that Ladbrokes because they had Ladbrokes at Langley. So if you really wanted to go there, either you definitely ignore. West Drayton, you'd get round the two William Hills for this Cheltenham offer. You'd get round there. And then you had another Ladbrokes, West Drayton. You had another Ladbrokes around the others. West Drayton was a bit of a hassle. You wouldn't always get off at West Drayton. You wouldn't always bother. Then you had Hayes was before Southall. Hayes was before. You'd always get off at Hayes because you had the 3 William Hill in Hayes. You had the 2 Ladbrokes. You had the nice old lady at Ladbrokes. She was, well, I say she was nice. She would never take my bets, but it doesn't, guys. Just because a staff member doesn't take my bets doesn't mean they're evil or something. They've just been told not to take my bets. Some of the nicest staff members in the world. Paddy Power lady from Slough, for example. Paddy Power manager from Slough. This we're talking 10 years ago now. Or not even less than that, to be fair. Now less than that. Sorry, 10 years ago we're talking. But she never took my bet in her life. Loveliest manager I know. That's the number one. If you ask me who was the best bet, if you said Connor, who's been the number one best betting shop manager in your whole life, I would say the one who never took my bets. But yeah, So let me just continue with what I'm saying. So West Drayton, you'd get off there. Then Hayes, you'd have that. You'd have a Paddy Power. There was a Paddy Power in Hayes on the main high street. There was 2 Paddy Powers in Hayes, depending how far you wanted to go in. Because you had the Paddy Power on the main high street, but then you had the Paddy Power if you really walked it up the long road, and then you had another. But then you had Ealing Broadway. Ealing Broadway was always a great one. Ealing Broadway was lovely for Ladbrokes. You had 3 Ladbrokes right near each other, one round the back, one just on the main high street, and then one further down the other thing. You had a Betfred there. Pretty sure you had 2 Betfreds. Ealing Broadway, what a cracker of a place Ealing Broadway is for punting, where it was in them years. All of my stories are dated now, guys. Everything I say on this channel is dated, and it just gets more dated by the date. That's part of getting older, isn't it? I think all your stories might be. That's part of all my stories. They're dated now, so they're probably not 3 Ladbrokes in Ealing Broadway anymore. I haven't even. Yeah, the last time I went up there was 2011. The last time I went punting in London was 2011. So, and even then, even in 2011, when I did a video on there, even in 2011, all the William Hills had gone. All the William Hills that were there had gone. All the William Hill was the main one that just all the shops just went. All the shops just went. The game's changed, guys. The game has massively changed. Regulations as well. Regulations kicked in massively. I'm doing IDs for accounts at the minute. So the ID I'm doing now, the regulation stuff I'm doing now, it weren't here 10 years ago. You might have to send ID, and if you did have to send ID 10 years ago, which you probably didn't even have to, but if you did, it was just accepted and fine. Shoot me if I'm wrong, guys. Anyone experienced in this game, shoot me if I'm wrong. 10 years ago, you just, yeah. It was different. The regulation was different. And that's to be, yeah, Ealing Broadway, what a place for punting. Ealing Broadway, I've got a few stories about. I've got a few stories to tell you. I've got so many stories to tell you. I'm gonna have to figure out the best format to tell you them, rather than making them all rambling. But this is just my Boxing Day video, guys. I'm gonna leave it there because I want to get my Caribbean. I want to carry on chilling with my night. They're the 2 tips, guys. Anyone in the game who's serious, they'll think, yeah, this is what I personally think. Anyone who's serious enough would not that I should prejudice what people into thinking what they're going to think, because people will think what they're going to think. But I think that people are going to think, yeah, Connor was faced with not a lot really to go at on Boxing Day for his curriculum, for his personal curriculum. He was faced with not a lot to go at. He had 3 handicaps, 2 bad each ways. One of the bad each ways was an 8 runner. It could easily be 7 not running, but he didn't really fancy anything anyway. He had the other bad each way, being busy, 11 to 1. He was straight onto that, the 2 foot, so he thought, yeah. And then he had the 11, what's it called? And then he had, I've just had a big worry. I've just had a worry, so I'm going to have to upload these 2 videos separately. That's going to be so annoying. It's going to be so annoying for anyone looking for the first tips. But it's just fine, don't worry about that kind of, yeah. So he had and then he was faced with 3 handicaps. I just thought that it's just so annoying. but I'm going to have to do this video in 2 calls, but in two things, but it's absolutely fine. It's fine, it's just, it is what it is. It's unscripted. Yeah, so he had 3 handicaps, 2 of them 16 runner, so forth. They could easily be 14 runner by the morning. They could easily be 14 runner. So he went with Miss Maynard, solid choice, I think, at 12 to 1. It's 12 if Sky Bet's 14s with the time I did this video. Yeah, and I think people are going to think fair enough. I'll see you for the tips. I'm not 100% sure. I just want to go get my Caribbean order, guys. I'm going to leave it at that for now. Hope you have a lovely time. Take care of yourself. I'm sorry to rush off, but I'm starving, guys. I want to make a cup of tea. I want to get Caribbean food. Big up the Caribbean restaurants in Bristol. And I just want to carry on with my Christmas night, guys. Merry Christmas. Because it's Christmas Day, I just want to carry on. And I don't want to wake up at 10 AM tomorrow, because I'll probably be waking up. Because today I woke up at 10:50. I woke up at 10:50 today. Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. I can't even remember what I've said in these 2 videos. I can't even remember. But the whole thing to take away from this, oh guys, for anyone who cares about me, which thank you so much. I see you as friends, I genuinely do. How is Connor doing out on his first day out of hospital? I'd say 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. He's settled right in back at home. He's going to get this place done up, get it done for a nice tour video, because we're going to do a tour video. Give me 3 months. Let's say 3 months for that. Give me 3 months. I'm going to do you a tour of the flat. If I haven't already told you guys, it's a nice little basement. It's like not basement. I'm not like stuck in a basement, but like, do you know them nice places? You know the nice houses where one of them's on the bottom. It's not, yeah, on the bottom thing. Basically, you go into my thing. You go down the steps. You got a lovely little patio, which is enough space for barbecue and for. I'm getting jerk chicken and rice, by the way, from the Caribbean. I'm getting jerk chicken and rice. And I'm getting plantain as well. Get the plantain. I love plantain. Plantain. I could just eat plantain. I would eat plantain every day. If someone dropped me off, I had a banana every day in hospital. If someone dropped me off plantain every single day for the rest of my life, that'd be amazing. I can't remember what I was saying now. I literally can't remember what I was saying. Because I just switched up. Because I'm just hungry, guys. I want to finish this video. I can't even remember what I was saying. All I know is, yeah, I'm absolutely fine. I'm going to leave this here. I'm off. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I'm going off to do my thing. I'm going off to enjoy my Christmas. Take care of yourself. I'm finishing this video here. That's the tips. I'll see you on the 27th. There will be tips for the 27th. Unless this stupid phone doesn't charge properly. Yeah, if I can't get this phone to charge, if I have to run down the shop, just bear with me on the tips, guys. If I disappear for 24 hours, which I shouldn't do, but if I disappear for 24 hours, now is probably the time it might happen. I'm absolutely fine. My phone just couldn't get my phone working on a thing, and it just, yeah, I'm leaving it here, guys. I'll see you soon. I'll see you for the next time in tips. Take care of yourself. Bye bye.